Hello. So here I need to convert to rectangular form. So let's multiply everything by r. And this is because r sine theta is equal to y, r cosine theta is equal to x. But we also know that x squared plus y squared equals r squared. So if x squared plus y squared equals r squared, and r squared is equal to 2y minus 3x, we can set these equal to each other. Then I will add 3x to both sides and subtract 2y to both sides and get ready to complete the square. So when I complete the square, I will be adding something. So here I'll be adding something and a second time adding something to both sides of the equation. So to complete the square for each of the individual parts, you need to take 1/2 times b and square it. So let's write this as 3/2 quantity squared is equal to 9/4. And so I want to put 3/2 quantity squared. And then on the right hand side, I'm going to add 9/4. So I'm adding the same amount to both sides. Do the same thing here. The algebraic sign does not matter because when you square a negative, you get a positive anyways. So we're going to have 1/2 times b squared, which is 1 squared, which is 1. The reason why I set it up like this is because I'm going to retain the first variable, I'm going to retain the algebraic symbol, and whatever is in the parentheses. And now I have completed the square. Keep the variable, the algebraic symbol, whatever's inside the parentheses. Clean this up on the right hand side. This is 13/4. And to make this a little bit more clear, at least clear as to what your radius is, because circles are done in r squared. Here we're doing r equals 4. Hopefully you can just intuitively see that this is a circle with radius of 4. But mathematically, we have, let's square both sides. But we also know that this is true. So let's go with the formula for the circle, centered at the origin with a radius of 4. Okay. The double angle formula. R is, so if if our R is positive, actually if our R is non-negative, then x squared plus y squared equals r squared implies that r is equal to the square root of this. So what we have is and let's multiply this by r squared over r squared. But r sine theta is equal to y, r cosine theta is equal to x, and r squared is equal to x squared plus y squared. Multiply both sides by the denominator. This is simply x squared plus y squared to the 1/2 power. And when you're multiplying same bases, you add the exponents. This has an exponent of 2 over 2, which is 1. That's why we get this 3/2. And we can square both sides if you want to get rid of the radical. I'm not sure how far you want to get into this problem. But if I square both sides, this will give me main thing from going from polar to rectangular is from polar to rectangular, you eliminate the thetas and the r's so that all we have are x's and y's. When you go from rectangular to polar, it's the opposite. Get rid of the x's and y's and only have r's and thetas. Something about cosine of theta. Let me show you something here. So what is cosine of alpha? Isn't this true? So I wanted to apply that here. So if we're going from polar to rectangle, this is x squared plus y squared. So what we have is, this is x squared plus y squared. The 1 and the 3 do not change. Cosine is all of this blue item, and it's cosine squared, so we're squaring all of that. Now it's just some tricky algebra. If you multiply this by x squared plus y squared, you get this as the numerator, and then you have the same denominators. Multiply this by the same non-zero number divided by itself. R squared is equal to x squared plus y squared. I chose r squared here because it's more compact. What's going to happen is these are going to simplify out because they mean the same thing. Just because of this confusion, I'm going to emphasize that this numerator is 1 over 1 and the denominator is all of this stuff. What this is going to give me is and then with this numerator product, this will give us in the numerator because that's what r squared is equal to. The denominator is going to be 4x squared plus 3y squared. When I multiply both sides by the denominator, we have multiply by the denominator and then divide by this. X squared plus y squared divided by x squared plus y squared is equal to 1. This is an ellipse. Well, the r's and thetas are gone. I'm just checking my arithmetic. Okay. So let's turn this into I don't want to go too fast on this. R sine theta is y, R cosine theta is x. This will give me 12 radical 2 divided by 2 gives me 6 radical 2. This is a straight line. All right. Thank you very one more real quick. If we have convert to polar form means no more x's and y's. So if we have x squared plus y squared equals r squared, this tells us that r is equal to 5. R squared is equal to 25. Thank you very much. Please go to tutoring.